I'm bored. Let's talk about some fun and spicy diseases and stuff. Bacteria flavored instead of viruses this time. So let's talk about necrotizing fasciitis, aka flesh-eating bacteria. So, necrotizing fasciitis is a symptom of certain bacterial infections that causes necrosis of the skin. Necrosis is when skin and muscle and whatever cells start to die and decompose on a living person while due to a bacterial infection. I am not going to show pictures here because I do not want my account to be banned for that because it's gruesome as all hell, but if you really want to, you can look up necrotizing fasciitis. So the flesh-eating bacteria that can cause necrotizing fasciitis can be strains of bacteria that aren't normally a danger as much, but in certain conditions they can cause this. This can include strains of E. coli, Streptococcus, Staph aureus, Clostridium, etc., etc. So the way that you get necrotizing fasciitis is when you get a wound on the skin, so anything that basically breaks the skin barrier. Then bacteria enter that break, so if you get infected by Staph aureus, for example, the Staph aureus enter the open wound. And then if that wound is not properly or fully sanitized, then the bacteria begin to colonize that vulnerable area. So the bacteria colonize that open wound area and begin to kill off the skin cells. As the skin cells start to die, they start to decompose, and that kind of whole wound area becomes very infected and starts literally decomposing on the still living individual. This is often known as gangrene or a gangrenous area and is very difficult and often fatal. So the kind of only ways to treat this is to catch it is to clean wounds for one, clean out wounds very good so they don't become infected in the first place, and then catch early signs and treat it heavily with antibiotics. In some cases, this is another issue, specifically in the case of MRSA. I had to go try to help my roommate pop her hip back into place, so I forgot where we were at. So necrotizing fasciitis, you have to catch it early and treat it with antibiotics. If you don't catch it soon enough, oftentimes surgery is required and you just have to snip it off, amputation. If it's on your leg or something, leg's gone if you don't catch it soon enough. And then in some cases, if the bacteria get too far into your bloodstream and everything, it can become septic, which then leads to septic shock, which is almost entirely fatal. So yeah, necrotizing fasciitis, flesh-eating bacteria, make sure your wounds are cleaned out and don't get to this point because it is a very unpleasant experience. Yeah, if you want to look up pictures, do so at your own risk.